For most of human history, space looked silent, predictable, controlled by laws we believed we understood. Stars exploded, planets moved, gravity shaped galaxies, and every mystery eventually bent to mathematics. But every once in a while, the universe produces something that refuses to fit inside our understanding. Something that doesn't just challenge science, but makes us question whether we were ever alone in the first place. And far beyond Pluto, beyond the outer planets, beyond the fading edge of the sun's influence, humanity's oldest spacecraft may have encountered exactly that. Voyager 1 was never designed for eternity. Launched in 1977, its original mission was surprisingly simple. Visit Jupiter. Visit Saturn. Send photographs back to Earth. Then slowly die in deep space as its systems lost power one by one. But Voyager refused to die. Decade after decade, it kept traveling. Past the giant planets. Past the heliosphere. Past the invisible border where the sun's magnetic field finally loses control. Today, Voyager 1 is over 15 billion miles from Earth, drifting through interstellar space where no human-made object was ever expected to survive. And somehow, it is still talking to us. But recently, something changed. NASA engineers monitoring Voyager's transmissions noticed signals behaving in ways they had never seen before. At first, the anomalies looked harmless. Small distortions. Strange timing shifts. Unusual plasma activity surrounding the spacecraft. Then the patterns became impossible to ignore. The signal wasn't random. It repeated. It synchronized. And most disturbing of all, it seemed to react to Voyager itself. If deep space is an endless ocean, Voyager is like a bottle floating through the darkness carrying a message from humanity. And what happened next felt as if something out there discovered that bottle, opened it, and answered back. Tonight on Feast Bite, we uncover the terrifying mystery surrounding Voyager 1, the impossible signals detected in interstellar space, and why some scientists privately believe the spacecraft may have encountered an object unlike anything humanity has ever seen. Voyager's journey into the unknown began long before it left the solar system. Its first major encounter was Jupiter, a planet so violent it completely changed our understanding of the outer planets. Voyager witnessed storms larger than Earth itself, lightning flashes brighter than entire continents, and radiation powerful enough to overwhelm parts of its instruments. Then came Io, a moon nobody expected to be active. Voyager discovered gigantic volcanic eruptions blasting material hundreds of miles into space, turning Io into the most volcanic world in the solar system. The discovery shocked scientists because it proved distant worlds could still be geologically alive. But hidden inside the magnetic chaos around Jupiter were faint signal irregularities that researchers couldn't fully explain. Tiny repeating fluctuations buried beneath the planet's electromagnetic storms. At the time, they were dismissed as interference. Today, some engineers are revisiting that data for a disturbing reason. Because the patterns detected near Jupiter resemble parts of the strange behavior Voyager is now experiencing in interstellar space. After Jupiter came Saturn. Massive rains. Frozen moons. Titan's thick atmosphere hiding an alien landscape beneath orange clouds. It was Voyager's final planetary stop before being thrown permanently into deep space. And once it left Saturn behind, everything changed. The sunlight weakened. The temperature collapsed. Communication delays stretched across hours. Voyager was no longer exploring planets. It was entering a region humanity had never reached before, the outer edge of the sun's domain. Scientists once imagined this boundary would be calm and gradual. Instead, Voyager found chaos. The heliosphere, the enormous bubble created by solar wind, behaved more like a storm front than a protective shell. Charged particles crashed together violently. Magnetic fields twisted unpredictably. Plasma waves surged through space like invisible tsunamis. Then Voyager crossed the helipause. The final border between our solar system and interstellar space, and beyond it, the universe became stranger than anyone expected. Interstellar space wasn't empty. It was alive with radiation, pressure waves, magnetic turbulence, and cosmic particles traveling at near light speeds from distant supernovas. Voyager's instruments detected rhythmic plasma oscillations echoing through the darkness. NASA publicly described them as natural phenomena. But internally, some researchers admitted the patterns looked unusually organized. The frequencies repeated with strange consistency. Some pulses arrived in structured intervals. Others shifted direction without any known cosmic event causing them. It almost felt as though something in deep space was interacting with the environment itself. Then Voyager began experiencing technical behavior that made even veteran engineers uncomfortable. Its tiny thrusters, systems built in the 1970s, started responding unpredictably. Delays appeared. Corrections occurred without explanation. Yet somehow, despite being older than most modern computers, Voyager maintained an almost impossible communication lock with Earth. Instead of drifting out of alignment as expected, the spacecraft remained eerily stable. As if something external was helping guide it. Then came the magnetic disturbances. For weeks, Voyager detected smooth directional changes in surrounding magnetic fields that didn't match solar activity, interstellar turbulence, or any known astrophysical process. One scientist reportedly compared it to moving through the wake of something enormous, and then came the signal. Not from Earth. Not from Voyager. But from somewhere near Voyager's position in deep space. The transmission contained layered repeating structures unlike normal cosmic radiation. It arrived during Voyager's routine communication windows and disappeared when NASA attempted to force a response through experiments. That detail terrified engineers the most. The signal ignored deliberate tests, but responded during Voyager's normal behavior patterns. As if something out there had learned the spacecraft's rhythm. NASA spent days checking for interference, software corruption, antenna problems, or hidden transmission errors. Nothing explained it. The source appeared to originate from the same distant region Voyager now travels through. And when analysts studied subtle Doppler shifts buried inside the signal, they noticed movement. Controlled movement. Smooth repositioning inconsistent with asteroids, comets, or drifting debris. Something appeared to be adjusting its location relative to Voyager itself. Whatever produced the signal was not tumbling randomly through space. It was maneuvering. Watching. Possibly studying the spacecraft. The most unsettling part is that the object showed no visible propulsion, no detectable heat signature, and no exhaust trail. By all known laws of physics, it shouldn't behave the way it does. Yet the data suggests otherwise. And that raises a terrifying possibility. Voyager 1, a fragile machine powered by fading plutonium and ancient processors, may have become humanity's first witness to something intelligent beyond our solar system. Not a planet. Not a natural phenomenon. But an object. An object that noticed us. Think about how unbelievable that really is. A spacecraft launched nearly 50 years ago, carrying a golden record, primitive instruments, and humanity's first message to the stars, may have accidentally started a conversation we were never prepared to have. If this mystery fascinated you, make sure to subscribe to Feast Bite for more deep space discoveries, cosmic mysteries, and terrifying science stories that push beyond the edge of the known universe. And tell us in the comments. If Voyager truly encountered something in interstellar space, do you think it was a machine, a watcher, or the first sign that humanity is no longer alone? The signal should have disappeared. That was the assumption inside NASA's Deep Space Network after the first anomaly faded into silence. Strange transmissions appear in space all the time. Pulsars repeat like cosmic clocks. Magnetars release violent bursts of radiation. Plasma turbulence can create patterns that mimic structure. Eventually, every mystery finds an explanation. At least, that's what scientists wanted to believe. But Voyager's anomaly came back. And the second time, it was different. The transmission arrived nearly 11 hours after Voyager's routine communication cycle began, emerging slowly from the background radiation like something waking up. At first, engineers thought it was another corrupted data stream.